Thank you for being here. Not much about you is out there because when I was researching for this interview, I had a tough time doing research, because you're all about your work. Everything you put out is just your work. There's very little of you even on your own Instagram. But the way everybody knows you is also because your wedding went viral.
That's true.
Right? That is how everybody knew exactly who you were and what you were all about, and more than your work came to the fore. Was this intentional to have a viral wedding, or did this just happen?
Sonal, I think because our wedding was planned in like such a short time, I think we planned the entire thing within a month. And it was actually a very small wedding. We just had 80 people at the wedding, that was it.
80 of the most famous people in the country were there at your wedding.
I mean, 80 friends and family, intimate, that was the plan. And we had in fact told everyone that, guys, use your phones, but just don't post anything because, we are just so excited about this whole thing. We just wanted to be very intimate, close and special. And obviously there was no plan for social media whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think on the day, it was all heart. And even the whole wedding ceremony, the entry, it was planned last minute. Literally, we got married at the Taj. And while we were getting into the lift, that's when I thought of my entry song.
Wow.
Because I was trying to think and it just didn't come to my head. And then literally last minute, with Vishal there, who was my videographer, with Saurabh and Tina, who were the wedding planners, we were just trying to brainstorm what to do. And I said, okay, fine, this is the song that both Kunal and me loved because this is the movie which was our first date.
Which was this?
Guru.
Okay.
So that was our first date, which is like eons back.
And what song was this?
It is that Tere Bina from Guru.
Yes.
So I said, I love that song. I know he loves that song. I'm going to walk in on that.
Wow.
So literally, while getting down into the lift, just like seconds before entering the ballroom is when we decided on the song. I entered and it was a moment. Literally, while seeing him on the mandap, the song was playing, he was grooving. Looking at him groove, I think my stance just changed into a bit of a groove myself.
Yeah.
And I think it just happened. There was no plan. It was very spontaneous.
And when did you realize, okay, the wedding has gone viral now, when your phone kept buzzing through?
It was
like days.
2 days after when we realized, because that's when we actually got to the phone to see whatever was happening. And then we literally just sat down, and because you're exhausted from a wedding, and that's when we were like just scrolling through all the content, and it was like, I think the moment took its own journey.
Wow, and it was quite a journey. Okay, we'll talk about your bridal collection. Now, your bridal collection is a mix of tradition and there's a lot of modern twists to everything.
Yeah.
How do you design bridal wear that resonates with the modern age bride? At the same time, you keep their individuality and tradition in mind.
So, I mean, we've been doing bridal wear for a while, and I just feel like we've also kind of progressed in the way we do our bridal wear, and we are catering to all kinds of brides, minimal, maximal, all over the country, be it north, south, east, west. And very often than not, a lot of our brides are custom brides, like they've seen something that they've loved from the brand. So, like you mentioned, the Gen Z or, that bracket of girls who are becoming brides, firstly, they already know what they want. They have a very strong mind of their own. They have an opinion to anything. So it's very easy for me because they've come with their mood board, their color palette, their look, their decor, their jewelry. So I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You've just made my job simpler.
Yeah.
So I think as a designer, what we do is take in their individuality, mix our signature aesthetic, which is very understated mirror work for the wedding day. Of course, we do have fun silhouettes for Mehndi or Sangeet, but for the day, the idea is to go classic, the idea is to go timeless. And I guess taking their input, bringing in our signature style is what kind of helps us create that wow moment for the bride.
So 2 things here. What is your signature style when it comes to bridal wear? And the second thing is, how attached are you to your signature style? Because when somebody comes to you for this kind of an emotional moment, which is their big wedding, their big day, How do you make sure that, you still have your signature intact there?
So I'll give you an example of a recent bride, like a celebrity bride that we worked with was Rakul Preet. She just got married, I think, last year.
Yeah.
And she knew what she wanted, of course, and we made like this beautiful mehendi outfit for her. And she's like, I love your mirror work. I love the way you use your colors, the embroidery, the techniques, the finish, all of it. She's like, but we have to do some fulkari. Now, how do we do it? So I just feel when she came from that mindset, but also loving what we already do, for me, more than a challenge, it's like an exciting thing to think of how do we take mirror work to the next level. This is doing something that we've not done.
Coincidentally, she was on the cover of Brides Today, and Brides Today broke her wedding look.
Oh, wasn't it fab?
Coincidentally, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so virality when it comes to bridal wear and when it comes to weddings has become this new currency. Everybody wants their weddings to go viral now.
Yes.
How do you think bridal designs can go viral on social media? Is there any sort of thought process that goes in from the designer's end, or does every outfit just have its own journey?
I'd like to believe that every outfit has its own journey, and I think it's all these moments, the more real they are, the more viral they go. Because if something is too planned, it's obvious, it's visible, and it shows through.
Yeah.
And I feel the more real you keep it, people connect with it even more.
What's the last viral wedding that you remember, and what do you remember of it?
You mean to say like attending?
Not attending or seeing it on
watching?
social media. It could be anything.
I would like to say it was Alia Bhatt at her friend's wedding in Europe, where we dressed her in like this very cool bandhani look with a headscarf.
I think that look was iconic.
It was fun.
I thought it was the most replicated look after she broke that photograph.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of regular people doing that bandana with the bandhani.
Yeah.
How did that look come together for you in your mind? What were you thinking?
So we were already working on a special line for this year, which has a lot of bandhani, a lot of the OG mirror work craft inspired by like the Rabari women in Kutch, in Gujarat, Rajasthan, like a mixture of it all. And while this wedding was meant to happen and Alia was going to go for it, so Riya reached out to me, Riya Kapoor.
Yeah.
She reached out to me that, listen, we are dressing this one, and if you have anything interesting and ideas that you're working on and all of it. So of course this was something which was in a very initial stage.
Yeah.
And we kind of exchanged ideas.
Notes, yeah.
And notes on this one, and that's how we made this custom look for her.
And where did the idea of the bandana come? Because I've never seen an Indian wedding goer also put a bandana on their head.
So these headscarves are something we've done prior in our campaigns as well, and we've done them for a summer campaign. And in fact, even one entire look, like top to bottom, was worn by Kiara as well, but from our prior collections. So again, for this specific look, we made a couple of options with like these head accessories, because we do a lot of these mirror work hair accessories as well, and then we also added a scarf.
Okay.
That these are the options and this is the way we want to kind of style it.
Yeah.
But I guess that was the the intent of creating what we want to, and I think Riya kind of just installed it that yes, just told Alia, just do it, like
it was
this
so
head carf.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you share a moment with me which was fun and unexpected on one of your fashion shoots, especially bridal fashion shoots, where you think that your design got a lot more recognized because of the way the campaign was shot?
All my campaigns have actually been pretty fun.
So,
but
firstly, tell me what goes behind shooting a bridal campaign.
I think it starts with the vision of what is it that we want to shoot. This is of course not talking about the clothes, because the clothes are already planned as to what are we doing for this season. But when you're thinking of a campaign, you're thinking, for me it starts with a thought as to where is this bride going to wear it, how does she want to look, how does she want to feel, and depending, that is like the starting point, and then everything kind of correlates to that. So it's the bigger vision, and then you kind of start narrowing down to
what's the next big campaign coming up for you, or what was the last campaign you shot that you can tell me about?
I mean, while we're talking, I just launched a campaign few days back. It's called Rani Bagh, and it's our latest bridal campaign. And we've shot it in Jaipur at this beautiful property, Anantara, which has recently opened, one of the newer properties in Jaipur.
Yeah.
And I just feel that, as we all know, tons of campaigns have been shot in Jaipur. I just feel, but the way we do it and the newness that we bring to our clothes and the vision that we put out is kind of what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
And from the collection point of view, of course, we have our signature bridal lehengas, but you know, after very long, we've come back to the anarkalis, which I, as a designer, had completely stopped making.
What made you go back to it?
I just feel it's a very beautiful, flattering silhouette for our body types, which I negated for very long because I don't know, I think I just had a mental block towards anarkalis.
What's the silhouette that Indian women are obsessed with? Is it the anarkali?
The sari.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the obsession is for real. It's the best silhouette. I think the best Indian silhouette is a sari.
And Arpita, why do you think the blouses are getting shorter by the day?
It looks hotter.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Hotter
And it
the
works.
weather, the shorter the blouse.
Hotter, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I think it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you were telling me if there was any fun and unexpected moment that happened at one of your campaign shoots.
Yeah. I wouldn't say fun, but I think one of the most lengthiest campaigns for me is the one that I shot at the Run of Kutch. Because that was the first time, even in my clothing, in my campaign, we went very hardcore with the inspiration of the kind of embroidery we are doing is from the Rabari women, like the actual OG Kutch area from where this tribe comes, the embroidery comes. So that was what we had done even in our clothes, in our styling, in the shell accessories that we created. And I said that we have to shoot this at the Run of Kutch. And shooting it there itself is a big challenge, as I may say, because of course you need government permissions because it's close to the border.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, we shot in April and it was like 45 degrees.
Wow, April Kutch, I can imagine. That's my ancestral home. I am from Kutch, so I totally
really?
understand. It is beautiful,
Yeah.
but it's also a challenging place.
Massive challenge. And
Is that what your roots are also? You're a Gujarati.
Gujarati,
Okay.
yeah.
That's why the fascination with the Abla work and the Rabari
It's a
tribe
childhood thing.
and the bandhani.
Absolutely. It's like a childhood memory that is so strong in my system. DNA, absolutely.
Yeah. I think our DNA patterns are the one on the Patan Patola.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Patola,
surprised.
Gharchola.
Yeah, Gharchoda, Panetar. I can imagine
Yeah,
that. Okay. Bollywood and bridal fashion often influence each other, and they influence each other hugely.
Yeah.
How do you balance the glam of Bollywood and the authenticity of bridal traditions that you're trying to put into these clothes? Like you said, you're very influenced by traditional fabrics, by traditional patterns.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sonal, as we all know, one of the biggest industries of India is Bollywood.
Yes.
Everyone is highly influenced by Bollywood. I
Yeah.
mean, for me also, growing up, I've seen all the movies in the 2000s and, you know, all the famous movies, not even the famous movies, just all movies. And every time you see a movie which revolves around Indian fashion and weddings and all, it's something which always got me mesmerized, like wow, to the point that you want to kind of replicate those looks on yourself at some point.
Which was those wedding
I mean,
looks?
I think I would be embarrassed to say. And
you
you're
have to
fit,
tell
but
me. You have to tell me which were those looks.
No.
Was it Madhuri from Hum Aapke Hain Kaun?
I was
the neon
mesmerized,
green?
but I didn't want to replicate the look. I know the blue, that purple
Didi
blue.
Tera
indigo,
Devar Divana. Then there is the neon green of Kajol.
Yeah.
From Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
Yeah.
Which one was which was like on your mood board as a
I
child growing
feel
up?
maybe a little progression towards Dil To Pagal Hai, because I think I was
God.
obsessed with the fashion in the movie. Like everything.
It's timeless.
Timeless. Everything that Lolo and Madhuri ma'am wore, I was like, wow, wow, wow. Be it like Indian and modern, they were two completely different looks.
Yes.
But I mean, I was like, wow.
Yeah, they were
So,
just timeless.
Timeless, absolutely.
And even
timeless.
their wedding clothes. You know, when Madhuri is attending a wedding of her friends where she loses all her bangles. And
She's wearing that all
pastel
white sheer dress and like outfit, and I'm like, oh my god.
with oxidized jewelry.
That
see,
bangle,
the
I
fact that we
wanted that
remember.
bangle. I said even I want the same bangle.
Moving on to that,
Yeah.
now you're yourself married to a fashion designer.
Yes.
Okay, how does that go? How does that work? To be married to somebody from the same profession?
I think it's pretty simple. I think it's a plus because he gets me, I get him. Though we both have a very strong individual language
Yeah.
and thought process. So it's fun. It's great.
You all both have your very different creative visions when it comes to your own brands. How does that work? Living with somebody who has another fashion brand and with such diverse creative perspectives.
Like I mentioned earlier, that both Kunal and me, we have very strong individual sense of style.
Yeah.
And even as people, the way we perceive things is
Yeah.
very different. So
Give me an
even
example.
like he loves all black.
Okay.
For me, I would love all white.
Okay.
But today, I mean, I'm an all black. But I mean, only like, I mean, that's a very simple and a
Yeah,
basic.
yeah. But in terms of aesthetics, are you all both minimal? Are you all both maximal? Are you all a mixture of both?
I feel we are both very different. Like the way he even sees embroidery, the way he does embroidery, the way I do my embroidery. Like his is more tonal. Mine is I wouldn't say more colorful, but it is blended with a lot more different materials, while his is like a few materials but more intricate. So this was just like an embroidery
Yeah,
sample, but
yeah.
the way we see, the way he does his cuts, the way I do my cuts, of course it's menswear and women's wear, so it's completely different.
Yeah.
But just if the way he does women's wear, he does women's wear as well. It's way more androgynous. For me, my women's wear is very feminine.
Will you guys ever collaborate on a collection?
I don't know.
Have you ever thought about it?
We've given it a rough thought, but we're like, no, not yet. Like it has to come from within, you know, when you feel that, okay, fine, we can create something, wow, then we'll do it.
Wow, okay, I'm waiting for that because I
We're
think
not
that'll
here.
be killer.
We're not there yet, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me, for your brand, what has it taken you to stand out from the clutter of all the other bridal wear that there is in the market?
It's a question I feel that comes up very often. Like, how do you stand out? The intention is to not think about it. The intention is to just focus on what you do well, and make sure you are progressing in the things that you do. Like I was telling you earlier also, the way we started to where we are now, I just feel there's also been maturity in the way we work, maturity even in our craft, the way we did mirror work before through the way we are doing it now. Yes, you will find like tons of other brands doing mirror work specifically, but no one does it the way we do. And I
Yeah.
can say that with absolute confidence. And it's not even about the images on social media. You need to see the garment in person.
Yeah. Which Bollywood muse do you think wears your clothes the best?
I mean, Ananya Pandey.
And
I mean, she does a fab job. She loves us. She loves our brand. We love her. We love dressing her. And I think she's almost like our brand muse, like her personality, the way she is off the camera as well, like very chill, very easy, confident in her own being, not ever trying hard or extra. She is her, which is great.
So looks like Chanel and you have something in common.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that.
Okay. Now we already spoke about the Alia look. I told you I had a question there. I wanted to discuss that in depth. But apart from the Alia look that went viral, was there any other Bollywood look that went viral that you styled?
Yeah.
And what was it about that look that made it stand out?
Can I actually tell you about this look, which was like a decade back?
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, the first time that Anita sourced a look from me, and this was like right at the beginning of my career. And Anita was obviously, she's always looking for something new, something exciting. And at that time, Chennai Express, the movie had just released and they were promoting it. Kapil Sharma was the new hot show. So Deepika Padukone was going on Kapil Sharma. So Anita asked us, and of course we happily sent it. Never did we knew that it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
And she wore this look, which was like a red anarkali, which was like 10 years back. After
Your
that,
pet peeve.
Exactly. So that, and for the very first time we had done mirror work vest. So it was like this beautiful gold, intricate, with cut work, like a mirror work vest over a red anarkali, and she wore it, and it has gone viral overnight. Like, we didn't know what happened because we just had so many queries that time. Obviously there was no Instagram, so it was all on like email and Facebook and all of it, messages, people trying to connect with me. And I said, okay, this feels like this is something special, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to run the pictures of this look when I talk about this. But
Absolutely.
this is so special. This is
Very
so special.
It was very exciting.
Okay, so you've worked with leading Bollywood women. Now, whether it's Rashmika, like you said, Ananya, Deepika, Alia, each have their distinct style and personality. How do you tailor your own design, your own mindset to suit their individual aesthetics? Or you just be you and everybody just wraps themselves around in your garment?
No, I would like to say that firstly, the kind of women that we've worked with, very blessed to have. I feel somewhere this happens because they like the brand, they like wearing the brand. We also love dressing them. So I think it's kind of hand in hand. So whenever they have a requirement, like say supposing they're going to a wedding or they're going to an event, we obviously try to incorporate what they're feeling for that event, because of course everyone has a very specific understanding of how they want to look and what they want to look like.
Yeah.
So we kind of put together the options, and if something they are leaning towards something that okay fine, we want to go ahead and do something like this, then obviously we take their inputs and we kind of make the outfit, tweak it, of course make it as per measurements, and then that's how it comes together. So I think it's both ways.
And who's on your wish list now?
Wow. Indian or international?
Could be anybody. Have you dressed up international celebrities?
There was a singer, Halsey. We've dressed her recently.
Okay.
She was here for Lola Palooza.
Okay, so tell me who's on your wish list now?
I would like to dress the Jenners, Kylie and Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you do a brilliant job with Paris Hilton also.
Oh yeah.
She feels like a muse naturally to your brand.
Absolutely.
And in India?
In India, I would say Rekha ji.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, iconic.
So iconic.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, I've got all my answers, but I am going to ask you one quick thing because I want to weave it into the previous question I asked you, which was about Kunal and you. I wanted to ask you, do you guys take inputs from each other ever?
So only if you're really stuck in something, then we kind of take inputs, because like I said, he has a very strong vision and a strong opinion, and so do I. So because we are two, I mean, apart from being partners, we are also two brands who are living under the same roof.
Yes.
So we know it's very important to do our own thing. Like he does his own thing, I do his own thing, where work is concerned, of course. But yeah, if we are like really, really stuck, of course we bounce off ideas each other, and I think it only helps. It's such a advantage having, you know, someone from the same industry with such a beautiful mind that, you know, if you're stuck, you know there's someone to kind of help you out.
Yeah, but you know, when you're traveling with your partner, when you're watching similar films, when you have the same friends, when you're visiting similar destinations, watching similar art in the house, points of inspiration are common between the two. Do you ever call dibs on something, saying, hey, I'm calling dibs on this and I'm going to do something out of it?
No. Not where inspiration is concerned, but like in the generic things.
So so basically you all view the world with different eyes. So there is never like, okay, I also want this and I also want this.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to tell me about your upcoming bridal collection that we must look out for?
Like I said, like the bridal collection we've done this season is a progression of all the things that we've been doing, but more maximized. We have a lot of bandhani influences in our bridal, in our anarkali, in the suits that we've been doing. We've also developed this bandhani design embroidery which we are doing on sari, suits, and I do feel it's a very beautiful extension of the kind of work we've been doing. It's more intricate, it's more detailed, you know, from far you could be confused as to what is it. You know, it's only when you come closer do you know what it actually is.
Wow, I can't wait to see it because I absolutely love bandhani, and I was always hoping for somebody to pick it up and give it like contemporary representation, which has not been happening for a very long time.
Yeah,
Far and few designers have been doing it, like Rahul
Yes.
Mishra had it in one of his last shows,
Yeah.
but it's not so in your face. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you picked it up.
Yeah. No, and we have big plans for extending the bandhani because it's all about going back to the roots and the things that excited me as a child, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, on that
Yes.
note, thank you.